Pre-Algebra students, Mr. Lawrence here with a quick lesson. Hopefully you finished up what you started in class today on the reteaching. I know some of you are getting confused, so I wanted to do a little extra video. We're going to get some practice with this Friday during class. All right, we're going to start off with these 6 problems. I'd like you now to pause the video and then go ahead and see how you can do on the 6 problems. Get your answers. Don't use a calculator. And then I'm going to get the answers. And you can check out your answers against mine. And I'll model them different ways, okay? So go ahead and pause the video. Okay, if you're still watching, assuming you want to see my solutions. And I'm going to do -5 plus 4. And I'm going to model this one using a number line. I'm going to need a point at -5. There's my point. How do I know to go to -5? Because the first number is -5. That's my starting point. And now I'm going to move 4 in the positive direction, which would be over here, right? The positive numbers are over there. This would be the negative direction. So I'm going to take this point and I'm going to move it 4 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I can conclude from that -5 plus 4 is the same as -1. That's one good way to model this problem. Now, the problem with the number line method is when your numbers get large, it doesn't always work so well. I can model them different ways. I'm going to model problem number 2, and hopefully you've tried it already, using counters. I have 6 negatives, and then I have 10 more negatives. So 6 negatives, there's 1 negative, right? And then I'm gonna get, oops, hold on 1 second. There are 6 negatives, and I'll organize them a little bit better. Okay, 4, 5, and then finally 6, right? Now I'm gonna need 10 more negatives. So I'll do a little cloning here like that. There's my 10 extra negatives. Now, Maria, you know nothing's going to cancel out here, right? Because negatives don't cancel out negatives. So I'll bet you can tell me that we have 5, 10, 15, and this one here makes 16. So -6 minus 10 is -16 because there were 16 negatives. Okay? Now, number 3, I'm going to do a different way. And see, you don't have to do it all these different ways. I want you to pick the way that works best for you, as long as it gets you the right answer, and as long as you don't go back and blame a former teacher that they didn't teach it right. So, I have 12 plus -5. You know what? That's the same problem as +12 minus 5. Yeah, it's the same problem. And I know you all know what 12 minus 5 is. You might make a silly mistake on it, but if you stop and take your time, I'll bet you can all tell me that it's 7. So 12 minus 5 is definitely 7. All right, now if you didn't like that, try the counter method. If you'd rather do it on a number line, do it on a number line. You might have to add 2 numbers here, to start at 12. Okay, and then move 5 in the negative direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You'll see you'll end up at 7 no matter which way you try to do it. All right, pardon me, I'm not using the airliner to record this. I'm at home, and so I'm just on the mouse pad. All right. 3 more problems here. -2 times 5. Well, I know that 2 times 5 is 10. Answer is going to be either positive or -10. And remember yesterday in class I told you that if you counted the negatives and you got an odd number of negatives, it would be a negative answer. -2 times 5. I said the word negative once. That's an odd number. -10 is my answer. Okay, number 5. I'm going to do 6 times 4, and I'm going to get 24. And then I'm going to say, well, there's one negative right there, negative 6, and one negative right there, negative 4. And that means 2 negatives. I say negative twice in this problem. That's not an odd number. I get a positive 24. And I'm done. Now, if you want to talk about Bobby the toddler walking on the number line, that works. That's a good way to do it. Okay. Now, this one here. Another way to think about this is 8 groups of negative 2. So I'm going to model it this way. And again, I don't want you to do them all every single different way. I want you to pick the way that makes the most sense for you. There's one group of negative 2. 2 groups, 3 groups, 4 groups, 5 groups, 6 groups, 7 groups, 8 groups of negative 2. And I can organize them better if you like. 8 groups of negative 2. There's 4, and then here come 4 more. Okay. If I have 8 groups of negative 2, altogether I must have negative 16. Right? I mean, that's what multiplication is. It's all about grouping. So I have 2 negatives here, and then I have 2 more negatives, 2 more negatives, 2 more negatives, and so on and so on. Altogether, I have negative 16. All right? Okay, I think that's enough for this. We'll get another time to practice tomorrow in class, and then we'll be looking at a quiz on early next week, probably Tuesday. All right, Mr. Lawrence signing off. Good night, everybody.